Welcome everybody, it's Helm, and in this video we are going to be talking about the outro cutscene to The Darkest Shore. And like I said, we're just going to be talking about it because normally I would make explanation type of deal videos for outros, but this one is probably the most face value outro we've ever got in the history of all zombies outros, so that's interesting. I guess people like that. I don't know any of those people, but some people may like these completely face value outros. But regardless, I'm getting off track here. But before we can actually get into the video itself, I gotta make sure you guys know two things. First, this is not my footage, it's actually from Noah J456. And of course, you guys probably already watched this video already, but I'll still link him down in the description. And if you guys want to check out the full thing, and that kind of leads me into my other thing, is that I'm not actually going to play the outro through its entirety throughout this entire video, because that would take away from his video. I feel like that would kind of be like completely stealing. Like, I'm stealing enough already. I'm stealing all the video. I'm going to be using the background of this, but to still even the audio, that's too much even for me. But anyways, that's all besides the point. I would get this outro myself if the Easter egg wasn't such a pain on Solo, or if a certain somebody got the DLC, but anyways, that's besides the point. I'm just kidding. But well, where did I go? I got off track again. But let's just get into this video already. I'm just getting lost like 3 times already, so let's talk about this outro. So like I said, there's nothing to explain, but there's a couple things I want to touch on, and one of those is the bombing and everything that's happening here, because we do know that these are the British that are coming to bomb it, and we actually know that they are doing this off an actual historic event, and because of this we could get an actual date, and this is the date I believe we can pinpoint this map exactly happening on, and that would be April 18th, 1945. And the reason I say that is because David Cameron, the guy in charge of creativity in zombies, kind of said it before the map even launched. But even if he didn't say it, I would have known, because I looked up this map and there was multiple times where they were talking about the bombing of the British happening on this date. So I guess that's the date it's actually happening on. Of course, there's not that much different from this timeline and our real life timeline, minus the zombies and Straub and, you know, our guys being the ones who were calling in the bombings. A little, little details were kind of mixed up every now and then, but still, of course, it's still fiction. But regardless, that's how they're tying it in, just to kind of play the somewhat historical accuracy, if you could call it that. But that's just a nice thing to note, that I guess it's cool. It's cool to know, see that they're doing things like that. But anyways, talking about zombies things now, because we do see at the end of it is that our characters jumped on the blimp that Straub was apparently on, or maybe one of the many blimps, because we did see that there was a lot of blimps, and of course Straub was escaping with his army and all that stuff. At least that's what they said. And I found that kind of interesting with all the blimps there, because it kind of makes me think, so if our characters are getting on a blimp that Straub is also on, what's exactly going to happen? They're going to get captured once they land, right? There's like a bunch of blimps there probably holding a bunch of evil Nazis, right? So how are they planning to escape this? And even if they do ninja themselves out of this situation, how is this going to play into our next zombies map? And maybe they'll give us, they're probably going to explain, obviously, but I'd like to see how they're going to do this. Hopefully they won't just ignore this whole thing ever happening, because how are we going to go into another zombies infested area with all these Nazis around? You don't think they would go to a zombies infested area? Because how it's been explained thus far is that we show up late, and that's why there's all the zombies already taking over the entire place for both the Final Reich and the Darkest Shore. But now it looks like we're going to arrive earlier on, and that's going to happen. Also, another thing I'm very interested in is it our characters holding on to the pommel that we collected inside the Easter egg? Because if so, Dr. Straub's probably just going to straight up take it from us, correct? That's at least what I imagine is going to happen. One way they could explain what's exactly going on here without doing something that they've never done before, they could kind of have ourselves ninja away out of this inside a prologue thing, and maybe that could explain how we get into another zombies infested area, because they didn't have a prologue type thing inside this one. but maybe they'll have one in the next map to kind of explain what's exactly going on inside the next map. But of course, probably going to have to wait at least 3 months to finally get the answer for that one. But the one last thing I could touch on is where they actually hinted at where they were going. And because at first Maria said that they were heading to England, but then Olivia went and said, nope, this isn't the direction to England, it's somewhere else. And the only way I could think that she could tell they're not going to England is by looking at the sun and where it's at. And this is assuming that the sun is recently rising, because that would mean it rose inside the east. And unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure the sun rises in the east. And that would be a really good giveaway that they're heading towards the rising sun, so they're heading east, which is the opposite of where Heligoland is from the UK, so it would mean that they're going the opposite direction of the United Kingdom, so we're probably going to go somewhere else, because if it is when the sun's setting, which it sets in the west, would mean that they are heading to the UK, so then that would make Olivia a liar, but I don't think that's the case. So it looks like we're going to be heading someplace east of Heligoland. It really could be anywhere. They could start going east and maybe head down to Germany again. I doubt that, but they could be heading somewhere around that area. It's really just somewhere that's not, all we could really say from this is that it's just somewhere that is not the UK. So that's what we got from it. So anyways, tell me what you guys think about this outro. It's fine. Like I said, it's just short, very simple. Like I could summarize what happened in like 2 sentences or maybe even 1. Yeah, let's see actually. Okay, we called in the bombing, then we jumped on the blimp with Straub on it. So yeah, that's about 2 sentences. So yeah, I think you can. But anyways, I'm keeping this video going on for too long. I'm just going ahead and end it right here. But if you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more, of course, you want to go ahead and subscribe. You want a bell. Go ahead and like the video, even though liking doesn't do anything on YouTube anymore. Also, go ahead and share the video. Honestly, if you want to help out the most, you would bell. Obviously, you have to subscribe to bell. So you would bell, then you would share, and mainly watch the video multiple times over, because you know YouTube's about watch time now, so that's cool. Anyways, again, I'm talking too much, so I'm just going to end the video, and I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video.